are sons of Plateau that were murdered. These are sons of Plateau that were murdered. And my brother Tinkat is here.
We want the world to know what is happening on the plateau.
Yes! Yes!
Let the government come and tell us.
Yes!
Let the government come and tell us. Let it come.
This is Comrade Tinkat. They should get the deal.
Welcome back to Prospect Channels TV. My people, this one is another update. Since this issue of Fulani herdsmen have started in Nigeria, okay, things are really going bad. They buy people anyhow. And the worst part of it is that our leaders are looking the other way. You understand? My people, this video that you are about to watch will shock you. And this will make you to understand that Nigeria, true, is finished. If you listen to what this Fulani man have said concerning Nigerian leaders and what is happening today, you understand this thing they used to say, that what is eating the beans is inside the beans. So how are you going to, crack it and remove it? Meaning, are you going to, break the beans?
Let me was this video that I saw a few years ago. That was made by Obasanjo, the former two-time head of state, two-time president, first military and the civilian head of state, just like Buhari. In that video, Obasanjo made us understand, especially people like me, that Fulanis are not from, I'm not Nigerians. That was from the former head of state. He told Nigerians that these people causing problem in this country, sad enough, they're not part of us. They're not one of us. We just accommodated them. And they became one of us. History book says the same thing. And most recently, when I say most recently, was about 3-4 years ago, Aisha Buhari, in a broadcast, told Nigerians, she was basically begging, asking Nigerian men to rise up and take your country because they're taking your country over. What did Nigerians do? Nothing. Nobody listened. Go on YouTube, that video is still there, where she cried out, begging Nigerian men to stand up and take your country back. That's a woman, a mother, because she knows what was going to happen. It was already happening then, but the only thing she could do was to cry out, asking for Nigerian men to stand up, to rise up to the occasion. Nobody listened to this woman. And that is why that same ugly situation continued. We're heading somewhere. Most Nigerians, except those suffering from amnesia, may have forgotten, but majority may not have. As soon as Buhari came to power as a civilian president, what did he do? He disarmed every region in Nigeria. The West, the East, the South, except the North. Nobody called me to do what I'm doing. I am doing it because I chose myself. This is something that I've chosen to do. For the generation I'm born. Because the problem we have today in that country was misinformation. They never told us the truth. And that is why we have this so much disunity among us. Everybody heading in different direction based on what they were told. They falsified history. No one knows the true account. And so I'm doing this for the generation unborn. They need to know the role played and people responsible for whatever situation they will face and the generation after them. Yes, they may lie to us, but they're not going to lie to you people. It's a promise. They have succeeded in lying to my generation, but I promise your generation, they're not going to be able to do the same thing to you people. That is what a good father does. What you went through, you don't let your children go through the same process. You make it easy and better for them. Having said this, I'm going to, as a Pan-Africanist, I'm of the belief and the opinion that every African should be able to live in any part of Africa unhinged, without being disturbed, because Africa should be one. When I see somebody from Gambia, I see myself. I see somebody from South Africa, I see myself. Just like every other part of Africa, when we see each other, we see ourselves. If Europe can be one, Africa can be one too. But if these people, the Fulanis that we have allowed, we accommodated them, made them one of us, are now turning around to claim our country, and the Nigerian citizens are there watching this atrocity gradually beginning to happen, and they do nothing. That's what I don't understand. You can't play a host to certain individuals, and they turn around and they're taking the wealth of the nation, not just taking the wealth by force, killing the indigents, making them refugees in their own country. It's never going to be okay. It doesn't make sense. I'm in America here. I play by the rules. Run me to your system. I haven't done anything, and I will never do anything against the law. That is what it ought to be in Nigeria, your host country. But you see this Fulani is running wild, killing people, even going to the extent of they keep making these horrible videos that you see. When you hear them, you ask yourself, do we have the law enforcement? Do we have the army? Do we have the navy? Do we have the air force? You just listen to this video, to this audio that I have here.
And his own Nigeria. Written by Osman Umar Sokoto, philosopher, teacher and activist, 2022. We must make Nigeria a Fulani nation, and that's final. There is nothing anybody can do about it. When we said that Nigeria belongs to our father Othman Danfodio, it wasn't a joke. Haven't we told you that the oil in Bayelsa and anywhere in Nigeria belongs to the Fulani? Are Fulani not in charge of every oil wells and oil companies in Nigeria? Who owns the oil in Lagos State? Dangote, of course. Didn't we tell you that Benue belongs to the Fulani by the right of conquest? Didn't the Fulani become indigenes in Benue and Jos? Soon the Fulani will become governors in those places, and our conquering of those places will become complete. Are you still listening to the ranting of that Governor Orton? He is just making noise, seeking sympathy, and fooling his people. He knows he got no balls. He knows he can do nothing. What did he do when we asked that they submit their weapons? Nothing. They submitted even when they knew that our foot soldiers, the Fulani headsmen, are still with their AK-47. They handed to us their double barrels, and we kept our AK-47, and you say Fulani is not in charge. Are we not in charge? We laugh when people make noise. Let me ask you people, what did you do when we started showing you all the different faces of the president? What did you do when we took over the police, the army, immigration, custom, etc.? Did you cough? Is Fulani not in charge of all security segments? Is Fulani not DPOs and army chiefs in all your localities? What have your leaders done about it?
Sorry, but I'm going to pause it there. What he just said during Buhari era was 100% true. Buhari came in, Nigerians trusted him to do the right thing, but he divided the country and dug us deep. He did us dirty, like we say here in America. Buhari did us dirty. People are blaming the present president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for putting Yorubas all over the whole place. It's what Buhari did. I am not saying it's right. Don't get me wrong. I am not saying that what Tinubu is doing right now is right. But that was exactly what Buhari did. And this idiot has the balls, has the guts to talk about it. And you say you want progress in a nation. How is that going to work? So you see the reason why where we are today. And when the sad part is when you see these people causing trouble in that country, they stink from a mile. You smell them from a mile. Somebody who has not taken a shower for about maybe a month or more, and yet making life uncomfortable for you. You know what to do, but you choose not to do it. People are there behind them, using them to commit this evil act that they do. We'll go back to the audio, please. Sorry.
Done about it. Have you not seen herdsmen killing people? Have you seen one herdsman in police cell or prison? How many herdsmen have they sentenced? Have you heard that army attacked herdsmen camps? That Air Force bombed them, or police responded when our Fulani herdsmen came for attacks? What happened when we killed 300 in Agatu? What does that tell you? Is it not enough for fed governments to declare state of emergency and fish out the killers? Governments will only sympathize. What does the silence of your leaders tell you? They are our slaves. Both from the south-south, southeast, and west, everyone you call your leader is our slave. And before anyone joins them, he or she must agree to be our puppet. Do you wonder why a Boni state governor still protects Fulani herdsmen and kill his own people, even after our herdsmen killed his own people?
Imagine.
Are you surprised that former Governor Obiano has Maeti Ola representatives in his government? That's when Fulani herdsmen under Maeti Ola are killing his people. We own them and they are our puppets. We can save and destroy them anytime.
Okay.
Can't you see what is happening in Imo State? What did your leaders do when we removed your elected governor and put a man that took fourth position? Did they cough? Ihidioha is foolish.
Hey.
For 1 year, we wanted him to start worshipping us and he refused. He allowed IPOB to demonstrate without our soldiers killing them. Now he is a governor only inside his family house. Ho 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 ho. Let me tell you the truth. You must worship the Fulani if you must rule your people in Nigeria.
Never.
Our slave Hope is doing a nice job. He has killed ESN commander and he is still killing. When we are done, you all will understand how powerful the Fulani is.
I hear you.
We are master planners. Do you know the number of Fulani from West and North Africa that have become Nigerians in the past 20 years? And with NIN registration, more will become Nigerians. Are Fulani not sacking villages and renaming them? What have you all done about it?
How many of you remember Buhari leaving the borders open for these people to come in? I was here, but I saw them coming in because there was this video, it was all over. So he knew what he was doing. And tomorrow you will tell me he's an elder statesman. They fought for the nation. They loved the nation. A nation you expose to the enemy. You hand over your nation to the enemy to destroy. How does that make you an elder statesman? How does that make you patriotic? Does that show love? You don't destroy what you love. You protect, you fight, you protect to keep what you love. Back to the audio, please.
We declared no visa for Africans. We knew what we were doing. We will take over Nigeria and you all will not do anything. We opened our borders and allowed Fulani from West African countries to come in, and we call it visa on arrival. If you cough, we imprison you, send you to exile or waste you. Yes, your leaders are our slaves. Is Tinubu not worshipping us? We promised him president and he started betraying his people. Let him come and be president, let us see. Are Tinubu and Osibajo not fighting now? It is part of Fulani agenda. The presidency is going back to the north. Wait and see how it will happen. That one in Rivers State called Governor Wike. That one is a big clown. He was bragging to be a hitman. Claiming up and down that he loves his people. What did we do? We simply promised him the vice president position, gave him more chances to loot his people, and he went mad and started killing his people. He gave his own Abibo women to our soldiers to rape and kill. We are not done with you guys. Those ones they call Ohanis is now ours. When last did you hear them talking? We bought them over a very long time ago. Whatever they say today is what we want. They are now a tool to further Fulani reign. They said that they can't be Islamized and Fulanized, but you can go to Enugu and Ebonyi State and you will understand what we have done. West, we are on top of the game. We have already taken Ilorin a long time ago. We have gradually taken lots of places. Didn't we send them to the Benin Republic as refugees? More and more to come. Where are the Afinefes? Where is Sunday Igboho? Where is Nnamdi Kanu? Where are the Yoruba Obos? Where are the human rights activists? They are all silenced and caged. The only obstacle along our way is that one calling himself Motsi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB. But we will deal with them. We will use his own people to deal with him. And we have started already. Didn't we get his people to proscribe his group even when they killed no one? Didn't his governors support Operation Python Dance that helped us kill more than 300 of their own youths? If you doubt it, then tell one leader in Southeast that condemned the killing, if not that stupid and useless Abarai. We have raised men among his people to write against him. We have successfully brought some people around him over, using their own Eastern leaders. But in their foolishness, they never knew it was the Fulani that sent their own people to buy them over. Is his former ally and deputy not today against him? What did you think happened if not the power of the Fulani? We are getting closer, and we got no much time. Quran must be dipped into the Atlantic Ocean. And that's final. Islam is spreading fast, and many Christians are converting to Islam. Where are the pastors that can talk? They are after their own selfish interest. Nigeria is a Fulani inheritance. We planned this decades ago, and we must actualize it. Presidency is going back to another Fulani man in PDP that will spend another 8 years. Wait and see as things unfold. Written by Osman Umar Sokoto, philosopher, teacher and activist, 2022.
Fellow Nigerians and the non-Nigerians who are part of this channel, you've heard it all. My question now, I did ask this question from the very beginning. Do you let your host, your visitor, destroy you and get away with it? We all know where the answer lies. And I'm going to take you back one more time. I will never stop using that phrase from an illustrious son of Nigeria, Dati Baba Ahmed. Mine is no Nigerian is more Nigerian than the other. Dati Ahmed says, the very day Nigerians are ready to take back their country, they will. Evil does not reign forever. You can claim your Fulani heritage, claim your toughness, all you want, but a day is going to come when you continue to push the way your people are pushing. Nigerians are going to stand up and let you know that they own that nation. When you people came, you were welcomed. We accepted you as one of us. But the way you guys are going is not the right way. It's either we live as one or we go our separate ways. It's not going to continue. If our forefathers, if our parents stood their ground and did what they were supposed to do, we won't be here fighting the struggle, talking the same thing, saying the same thing, going through the same situation. It should have been nipped in the bud a long time ago. It cannot continue. All of them are in leadership position. Some has 4 master degrees. So some will tell you, I went to Cambridge, I went to Harvard. Even when they did it online, I have this certain degree, I have this and I have that. But when they make decisions, you see somebody, an empty decision. A decision that cannot even take you 5 meters. A decision that has no result.
What we must understand is the Fulanis are intentional in their conquests. They can never be mistaken for it. And I'll give you a proof. The Fulanis are intentionally with Islam, jihadism, conquest, conquering people, taking people's land. They are not shying from it. El-Rufai, Bashir El-Rufai, the son of Nasir El-Rufai, who we can as well say he is Malam El-Rufai spokesperson, came out and said that any man that dares challenge a Fulani man will be unalived. He said this and he mentioned a specific region in this country. He said Southern Kaduna will be wiped out because they continue to kill, to unalive Fulani elders.
And he was not called for questioning.
I have told you that these people are intentional. And they became intentional the very first day Usman Dan Fodio stepped his foot into Nigeria. In 1804, he told them, he gave them a marching order. He said, listen, Nigeria is your estate. So therefore, you must take power. When the British were about to go, the British saw the intentionality of the Fulanis. He said, listen, guys, you have to occupy the Nigerian military, you have to occupy the Nigerian Air Force, you have to occupy the Nigerian police force. Because we know that you people are intentional about power. Have you checked the records? Before you count one Yoruba man, you don't count 10 Fulani man. Before you count one Igbo man, you don't count 30 Fulani man. So, when 30 elders who are uneducated on a large scale, but wielding an AK-47, tell me what your pen wants to do. They're going to buy you finish before you go talk, say you be educated man. The Nigeria contraption has been tailored, fashioned, okay, to benefit these people. And that is why a man has just been sentenced to death. You know his offense? A Fulani man with a cattle invaded his farm. He saw the man, he said, "Hey, what did you do over there? You didn't chop my corn." He started fighting the guy. Then the Fulani man brought out a cutlass. As he wanted to cut the guy's head, the guy dodged it, collected the cutlass in self-defense, unalived the Fulani man. All of this was well taped and recorded. The Nigerian judiciary system said that that guy should not have defended himself. That if at all, he should have run away, allowed those cattle to eat the corn. When you ask me questions like this, it only shows that you, as a follower of Biafra, should never relax. You should understand that when you begin to challenge the Fulani hegemony, there's only one fate that awaits you. Total annihilation. The Southern Kaduna people know what they saw in the last 8 years of Nasir El-Rufai and Muhammad Buhari. They know what they felt and what they got in Middle Belt. The Benue and the Plateau people, the Lantang, the Bokos, all of them, they ran. Fulani men were now renaming their villages. Villages that were bearing Christ is the Lord. They changed it to Uthman. They changed it to Muslims' names. And the Nigeria as a republic is helpless. You asked me a question. You said, is Bashir El-Rufai Has he been apprehended? Who want to touch him? Say na Fulani brother where the police won't go arrest him. Or say na the Tinubu where be say na Fulani man put them into position. One say, oh, you go and arrest him. We have to be clear. Nigeria belongs to the Fulanis, for the Fulanis and by the Fulanis. When the Fulani man does one and goes away with it, don't try, you a Yoruba man or an Igbo man, don't try and do half. In this same country, they tell you that a repentant bandit, Lakurawa, ISWAP, has higher chances to become the president.
Which is a Fulani terror group.
You know. It is now their trade in stock. Nobody follow them, drag them. As nobody they follow people and drag spare parts. Right now, banditry kidnapping is for the Fulanis. In the last 10 years, one of the most lucrative sector in this country is being run by the Fulani elders, which is what? Kidnapping, banditry, insurgency, gun runnings. That they said the soldier came, the army, a general came, he said, a Fulani man, we don't have to buy them, you know. All we have to do is just demilitarize them, we rehabilitate them, then we can reintegrate them back into the Nigerian soldiers. In fact, we can still put them into the Nigerian politics, wherein they become the Nigerian president before a Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who has never wielded a gun. Before a person like you and I. So what I tell you is that as you and I are, if you go into the political arena, a repentant bandit, we don't buy so many people, they go vote for them.
They said I left Islam for money, but here is my account balance. Does this look like someone who sold his soul for money? No wonder the Sariki of my street in Kaduna called and tried to entice me with jobs and offers, asking that I revert back to Islam. But as the Lord said, it is finished. My salvation is secured. I am purchased by the precious blood of the Lord Jesus Christ. I have found something more precious than money. People know of the miracle of Peter catching huge amount of fish with his net that made his net to break. But there's also the miracle of a zero account where God's grace becomes your sufficiency. And this miracle of a zero bank account is needed to prove your salvation. Is needed for you to seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness before every other thing shall be added unto you. When operating the economy of zero account under God's grace, he sends people to meet you at your point of need. There are people that will just meet you and you will just wonder, when you're thinking, oh God, where is the next provision going to come from? They show up. Those are people that are sent by God. Do you really know my story of conversion? Okay, let me just give you a glimpse of something that happened. I was evicted from Kaduna forcefully, and I went away from that town to another state, and I was squatting with someone. It got to a point I had nothing to eat, and a sister, a devoted sister in Christ who knew my situation, took me to a pastor because she too was managing herself as a sales girl in a boutique, a small boutique. So when we got to the pastor, what did he do? He only left me with the story of the cocoon. He said, if a butterfly is trying to hatch out from his cocoon, the larva, allow it to do it itself. Don't go and help it to come out strong. He left me without a kobo. This sister was a bit disappointed just as I was, and she took me back to her boutique where she shared her lunch with me. And she continued to share her lunch meal with me till I left that town. Again, does that look like someone who was purchased into Christianity? Thank you, Sister Fortune. That is her name. They told me to stop talking, that I am endangering myself. But I promise you this, I'll stop talking. But that's only after I have fulfilled my calling. Only when I'm called back home to be with the Lord, or when the trumpet sounds. They said I should be silent and not endanger myself. But if silence becomes more safer than truth, that means we all are already dead. I have found love personified, not a religion. If Islam is peace, then why is Nigeria burning? Why is peace burning Nigeria to pieces? Why is peace haunting Christians? Why is peace burning down churches? What has peace done to Deborah? No wonder the Lord Jesus Christ differentiated the peace that he gives. He says the peace that he gives is not the type that the world gives. I left Islam, but I didn't leave the Muslims. I still pray for them. I still love them. But love doesn't mean silence. It means speaking the truth even when it is uncomfortable. I was born again into the streets, trained in the streets, and now I am speaking to the streets. You have heard little of my encounter. Does this look like someone who sold his soul for money? So with the little that I have shared, I hope that I have been able to convince you and not to confuse you that Jesus Christ is the way, and we that are living Islam for Christianity are not being bought over. It is a life that we have received, and it gives us joy, and we are so proud. It is more than money. So come to Jesus today, and God bless you. No be say I fine, na him make am die for me. No be say I rich, na him make am die for me. Na only love of God, na him dey do am for me. E no fit be like Jesus Christ, e no dey I never see. No be say I fine, na him make am die for me. No be say I holy, na him make am die for me. Na only love of God, na him dey do am for me. E no fit be like Jesus.
Alright guys, thank you very much for staying to the end of this video. So what's your take on this? Please, let's hear from you. Drop your comment below the comment section. I beg, subscribe to this channel. If this is your first time of coming across our videos, I beg, share this video, let it go viral. Let Nigerians understand what we are into currently. I beg. Thank you and bye for now.